Hi Gemini, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for July 15th through August 14th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, whoopsie, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. There's Gemini. Four of Pentacles. All right. So you're thinking about opening up to someone online, thinking about letting down your guard and looking for somebody online, deciding whether you want to trust someone or you still need to be kind of in the interviewing and gathering information stage. All right. Or this could be feeling less like you need to be so about your home environment. Else for Gemini, harsh truth. Gemini, harsh truth. Ooh, okay. Ace of Pentacles, because you came in, coming in hot. You came in feeling there's been a shift. There's been a shift. Well, what is it? Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Hierophant, that could be Taurus. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Queen of Wands, Aries, King of Swords, Gemini, Four of Pentacles. Okay, so what's this shift about? All right, whoopsie. There you are. What's this Hierophant? This Hierophant for Gemini. King of Swords twice. Holy cow. Okay. All right. It's just Two of Swords. Two of Wands. Okay, so it's just Two of Pentacles. Wow, look at all these twos. Holy cow. So we've got you in agreement with something, but are you still kind of hoping that to get some information from somebody or to understand where you're at, to be communicated with, to it's just Queen of Wands. Hold on. Ace of Wands. This is Four of Pentacles. Lovers. This is King of Swords. Okay, because we got a lot of going back and forth here. The Death card, that could be Scorpio. Okay, so this feels like you want some clarity. But you just don't want to open up. You're waiting to hear from someone and you need to be the one to decide, because you're not going to get a clear answer. It could even be that while you're waiting, someone else is exploring other options here. You're not getting a clear answer. So you're waiting and you don't want to wait. You're wanting to let's figure out a solution, let's move forward, let's resolve, let's get back on track. And I think you're dealing with somebody that doesn't want that. I don't think they want to work it out. I think they're even using this time to look for others and explore others. What's whoopsie? What else for Gemini? Queen of Swords. Oh, that's King of Swords. All right. King of Swords twice. Holy cow, that's Libra. Okay, Gemini, what else? For Gemini here. Three of Cups. All right. So, we've got someone that is, you're dealing with someone that's not very cooperative, that is not They just want to keep their options open. Simplest way I can put it without getting all spun and not finishing my sentences. So you spend a lot of time thinking, waiting, but they're using the time while you're thinking and waiting and going back and forth and juggling and hemming and hawing. They're actually looking for other options, and you should too. You're wanting to problem solve and to get things moving, and it looks like they would like to continue to keep their options open. And there's twofold here. You're going to need to be the one to call this, because it looks like you're dealing with somebody who won't. Call it, define it, put an end to it, put the definitive on it, and you're also being asked to listen and notice and take a look at, re-examine what led you to this point. Because if you were to look at what has transpired up until where you are objectively, there'd be no question in your mind. But it feels like you've been so used to this sort of back and forth, up and down, and you're kind of exhausted, and you've been so used to being in that space with this person that you're kind of inured, and you've gotten kind of numbed. Because if you were to objectively, like if you were to ask a friend or somebody you know to look at your situation, all that's transpired, it would be no question of what to do and to end this and to open up your options elsewhere as well. But you're used to being, I was going to say treated this way, but you're used to being involved in this with this person. This is something that you feel like needs to be resolved, but you're really having trouble putting the final on it. This is someone who is having a hard time letting go of a situation. And it's, as far as you, it feels like you're having a hard time letting go of the situation. You know it needs resolution, and you know intuitively that you need to be the one to do it, but you're having, for this, at least for the next 4 weeks, you're struggling with doing it. And it might even be that you're hung up on how you should do it, but that's really a cover up for why. Kind of like you're stalling. Don't hate me. We all do it. But I'm calling you out here, because you're stalling on putting the final on something and moving forward with your life. And it looks like the other person already has. They're just kind of content with the way things are because they're let off the hook. You're doing all the work. They can wait you out, and they have. And then you capitulated, and you've no more. I forbid it. No more. And that's why you're drawing it out, because you know deep down that once you make the decision, they're not going to come running after you. It might be initial effort. It might be, what they think might get you back in position, but it's not going to be what's best for you or the relationship even. You want better and you want more, and you're entitled to such. This person is not going to give you that. They're just, they want to keep their options open. What else for Gemini? Seven of Cups. You do know what to do. This is kind of distracting yourself with a lot of choices and options. It could be that you're really busy, and there might be the issue of security physically and materially, to where you would be wanting to still maintain contact with this person because they provide an element of that. Like you can't move for 3 more months because your place hasn't opened up yet, and you can't afford a place on your own yet. Strictly practical, right? But there's also a real attachment to this person, because you kind of identify yourself as being with somebody, and so there's, you know what I mean, like you're used to the fit that you have with this person, and so this could be stalling and not handling what you need to handle because you're just not ready to, and that's okay. That's okay. You're just kind of learning about all of this. So if you were to do the final, you wouldn't be ready and you backtrack. So what's the point of that? So this is you still gathering information, trying to understand, coming to terms with the fact that you know what you should do, but you're just not ready yet. And there's no shame in that. That's knowing yourself well enough to know that when you are ready, you will act. Because you've done the emotional homework now. So no shame. Oh, this could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra, by the way. Aries. Okay. So for now, you're staying put. For now, you're staying put. Yes, Gemini. It could be that you're gathering information, or you too are taking some time to evaluate your choices, but what you're really doing is just getting more of an arsenal to convince yourself once you're ready to make the decision. You've got all the information and facts behind you. So emotionally, when you falter, because sometimes that really, can really get a hold of us, you'll remember what you've gathered, what you've done intel on. You'll have your arsenal of facts right here for when your emotions falter or when you start to doubt yourself. It could be too that you feel free to call on your tribe and be like, okay, tell me why again, help me through this, because I just did this, I just walked away and I want to turn right back around and walk right back in. Don't let me have the car running and wait for me and be on the curb, because if I start to walk back in, I want you to grab my ankles. What else for Gemini? We've got the it was like this, wasn't it? 6 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So this is perhaps you're staying for the kids. It's not a balanced situation. It's not a good situation. It's not a secure situation. You don't feel secure. This could be Capricorn, but you're staying because of the kids. Or this is a relationship of longevity and you're really struggling with not being able to let go. It makes you crazy. It makes you feel imbalanced, and normally you would be very even keel about it, but you feel all over the place emotionally because of the dynamics. You've got someone, this is a situation of whoever cares the least has the most power. And this is an issue or a situationship of longevity is bringing a lot of instability for you. What else for Gemini? Guidance. Could be what these King and Queens of Swords are about, and even the Queen of Wands, is you're looking, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, you're looking outwardly for guidance as another way to distract or not have to do the internal work, because when you have that realization, you can't not know what you know. And you know yourself well enough to know that once you realize what's going on, you're going to have to act. You can no longer be complicit in your betrayal or in how things have been for you. Once you finally accept and admit, that's when the transformation starts to happen. It's just really hard to do that at first. We all go through this. But this could be, wanting to talk to somebody, could be counseling, could be couples counseling. This could be just wanting to talk and get outside information and source. Let it help you though. Don't let it be a stalling tactic. Don't just be like, well, I'm not going to make a decision until I talk to this person, because then you could start to use that as a crutch. So instead of making a decision, you just go to counseling to be able to vent, or you use it for other than spurring growth. You know what I mean? So just any input that you get, make sure it's coupled with strategies for action so that you don't stay stagnant and stuck. All right. Okay, Gemini, I hope this was helpful. Don't beat yourself up, please. It's not useful. You've got a future to get to. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you for stopping by. Much love to you.